Zayn Malik pays tribute to Liam Payne in first concert back after Liam's passing, and he wanted one last gig with One Direction before Liam passed. We got to talk about this and a lot more. But before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I cover all things pop culture. So if you're looking for a new, safe, fun, tea-spilling internet best friend, you have found me. We have been, of course, covering all things Liam, and there's a lot of updates. There's some not great updates about the investigation that I have for you guys, but you asked me to cover everything big in Liam's update, so that video is coming later, so make sure you are following along. But this one is a bittersweet type of video. Zayn Malik performed for the first time back in the first stop in his tour, Stairway to the Sky, and he paid tribute to Liam Payne last night. Check this out. So as you guys can hear the crowd's reaction, it was heartbreaking. I think it was heartbreaking on so many different levels. Of course, the fact that there's a Liam Payne year of birth and year of passing, like just seeing that is just the dates of it all is very, very, very just traumatizing. And then knowing that Zayn prepared this for Liam and was unable to be on stage for it really says a lot. It says that this is still very fresh. This is very, very difficult for him to be around, if you will. But paying tribute to his brother Liam like that, I thought was so beautiful. And obviously you could hear it in everyone's voice that they are just devastated about it. Zayn is the one that I think a lot of people are most concerned about. Zayn is someone that I think has expressed about his mental health, and
it is the most important thing, to take time for yourself, because if you're not a solid person yourself, how are you going to go and do something in a good way, so I think it's always good to have your morals and the things that are important to you above everything else, and then you can be the best version of yourself when it comes to to perform or interact with other human beings on that kind of scale. And yeah, it worked really well for me. I feel replenished, taking that time. I have the battery as it is, to come out and do it again. I feel like I have a bit of juice, you know what I mean?
You've always had the juice, bro. But I know what you mean, though. But you've been saving it up for a little bit. So
it's
man.
better, right?
Let's go.
Feel bad about, when I look back over my life, is not enjoying the band enough. I feel like I just took things too seriously, and I'm grateful that I'm able to be happier now, and actually enjoy things and enjoy my life. And I think that's one thing that I'm really grateful for now that I didn't understand the importance for when I was younger. I didn't understand the importance of just trying to be happy. I had this like teen angst thing going on, chip on my shoulder, where I'm like, it's really cool to just be moody as fuck all the time, you know what I mean? And it's not. Like, you're just a loser. Let's be honest, you know what I mean? Like, you should be a nice person. You should be somebody that people want to be around and enjoy being in your presence, and you should bring light to people's day instead of being this fucking negative cloud of energy.
Since Liam passed, there's been a lot of attention focused on Zayn, but I'm not, obviously, I don't know them, I've never met them, I've never contacted with them, but I just have a feeling that Zayn is surrounded by people that really want him to do well. Apparently, his ex and baby's mother, Gigi Hadid, has been a very strong support system to Zayn since Liam's passing, and that he is allegedly getting all the help that he needs, therapy-wise, of course. So I trust that he is going to be okay, but of course I understand people, you know, wanting to check up on him. Now, there's also reports that that Zayn wanted to do one last gig with One Direction before Liam passed, and that is just something that I don't know, man. So it says here, just days after Liam's passing, and the funeral, Zayn Malik reminisced about playing with One Direction one last time. While the star parted ways from the group in 2015, he's shown interest in reliving his past over recent years. A fan posted on TikTok a sweet edit of the Pillow Talk performing alongside his bandmates. It kicked off with a clip from an old interview where Zayn was asked when he would do it if he had 24 hours to left to live. Zayn replied, "I'd like to play one last gig with One Direction." While the statement was several years ago, Zayn recently liked the video on TikTok, leaving fans shocked. After leaving One Direction, it became clear the split wasn't quite as amicable as the original announcement made it seem. In March 2015, he wrote on Facebook, saying, "My life with One Direction has been more than I could ever have imagined. But after 5 years, I feel like it is now the right time for me to leave the band. I'm leaving it because I want to be a normal 22-year-old who is able to relax and have some private time out of the spotlight. I know I have 4 friends for life in Louis, Liam, Harry, and Niall." Not long after, you know, obviously there was a lot of different rumors, a lot of different, you know, things that, you know, were being said, and obviously I feel like they all have the right to express themselves. You know, just because something was amazing for us, the public, does not mean that what they went through was so picture perfect. You know, it must have been incredibly tiring. They were very, very young, and I think that it is only fair that they get to express themselves. I know that whenever, you know, Liam or Zayn or anyone, you know, talked about One Direction in any kind of negative light, it became this huge backlash, and I don't think that's fair either. But I do have to say that I think that, you know, this whole one last gig thing and him recently liking that video, and I think that it's a beautiful lesson to learn that, you know, you got to appreciate everything around you while you have it, but you also have to follow your heart. And I've seen a lot of people saying, you know, like, if it wasn't for so-and-so, the band wouldn't have broken up and this and that. Even though something is working, or it seems amazing, or it's generating lots of money and millions of people love it, doesn't mean that it's necessarily right for you in that moment. And you don't stand up for yourself and set your own boundaries, nobody ever will, right? So I do think that that's important also to say. But I absolutely love that he paid tribute to Liam. I think that, you know, hearing the fans crying just broke my heart in 5,000 pieces. I think Liam's legacy will live on for eternity. I think that he is going to, I think that his memory, his music, his kindness, his heart is going to forever live. And I think that is what Bear is going to experience when he is of age, to be able to understand who his father actually was, right? And besides the music, I wish that Bear would realize how generous his father was, how his father would stay up, you know, at weird times at night and just going into GoFundMe pages and donating, especially to children who needed surgeries, all the COVID charities that he did. I mean, he's done so much to help. He's donated thousands of dollars to different donations and charities, and I think that is what Liam should be remembered for more than, of course, his music and everything they accomplished. But that, I think, is something that is so heavy, and it weighs so much more than than One Direction itself, to be very honest, because it really showed his heart. You can show your talent on stage, but your heart is what matters. So
evening, guys. I've always felt really lucky to be in the position that I'm in, and my life aspiration is to be a superhero. I can't fly. I'm not a great mechanic. I wasn't affected by radiation, and I'm not incredibly strong. All I know is that there are websites out there for you to be able to donate to sick children that need your help. It doesn't matter how small the donation is or how big the donation is. All that matters is that you look into that child's eyes and you realize, as a father, it hits me slightly differently, because I look at them, and if that was my child, I would want everybody in the world to just please, like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, and help me. And so the last few nights I've been spending some time on GoFundMe, a fantastic website. I'm not sure about the tip thing though, guys. Like, you need to work that out, because that's not right. Like, we should be giving the tips to the kids, man. And I'd like to understand more. If anyone from GoFundMe wants to get in touch with me to understand how this works, I would love to know. But I've been going on night by night by night, trying to finish off people's donations so that they can get the operations that they need. It's despicable in 2024 that these kids are having to pay for these medical things that would be free in my country, and so I can't not look at a sick child and then not see Bear. I can't, and I won't. And so when I see one that I can help out with, I'm there and I'm ready to go. And I'm not asking for people to go, oh, you're an amazing person, Liam, like, well done, whatever. I don't give a fuck what people think about me. What I care about is that that child gets to live the life it's supposed to. That's it. That's the whole thing. So if you have something, if you have some money, if you have the good decency to go on somewhere and help somebody else out that needs it, even $2, $1, what?
I think Zayn doing this was beautiful. I think that whenever the guys go back on stage, they're going to have some kind of tribute. Once again, I do hope that, you guys are sharing a lot of love to Zayn on socials and understanding that he is going through it. He has a new show tonight in Manchester, and I'm sure last night was very tough, but I think doing what you love to do also helps the healing process. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I am so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. I don't take any of you off for granted. I am so grateful to end this week with you and to start the week off with you guys tomorrow. I love you all, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.